We interrupt this program to bring you this Record Store Day video!
What it do, vinyl community? Welcome to the Fluffy Records YouTube channel. My name is Brian, that's B-R-I-A-N, and today I'm finally doing my RSD 2024 Record Store Day video. I know I'm a little late. It is what it is. I finally have the time to share my experience and share what I picked up, and finally even listen to the stuff that I picked up. But it was a very, very fun RSD time. So before I share with you guys my experience and the pickups, please like and subscribe. I've been leaving my Instagram link in the description, and I would appreciate if you guys would follow there. It is now a different name. I have a different handle. It's Fluffy Records LA. I would appreciate it to give it a follow. But yeah, this is the RSD 2024 420 Fluffy Records experience. So I went to my local shop, Nevessa Records, where they did their second record store day, and it's a fairly new shop. It's only been around for I think 2 years now, 2.5 years, and John, shout outs to the store owner. John knows me well now, and always gives me insights of the jazz records that he brings in. But I brought up the conversation, John, what titles are you going to be having for a record store day? And he straight up told me, what records do you want me to order for you to come to Record Store Day 2024? And I told him the one record that I wanted out of everything else. And, there were great titles, but there was one that I really wanted, and I think prior to RSD, I felt like I was only going to grab one. And that's the case. So I went on 420, woke up at 6 a.m., went in line at 7. The line wasn't that big. People were hitting up Amoeba and, these other record stores. Whether they were participating in Record Store Day, exclusive titles or not, people were still in line. And a lot of young folks here that went to the shop. But I knew, the Olivia Rodrigo was hot, and, there were psych records and hip-hop, rap, and funk, etc. I went in for the jazz, as you guys know, and voila, I picked up the number one record that I wanted for RSD 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, picked up Sonny Rollins' Freedom Weaver. This was put out by Resonance, 4 LP set, and it was pricey. This was around $100 RSD exclusive. So this, I was surprised. I believe John only ordered one, and since I wasn't the first one in line, I was a little nervous because I was like, maybe one of these folks were interested in this particular title, and I guess they weren't. But very happy, went in there, picked it up, and if you guys have ever been in there, it's kind of crammed, so I didn't even bother really looking as I usually do in the bins because people were forming the line, and again, it's very, very crammed in there. So went in there, and after that, after purchasing this one, went to Amoeba, which is not that far away, but yeah, it was an excellent experience. And right after, after Amoeba, I went back to Nevessa and picked up a title that I will be showing for my next video, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, back to Sonny Rollins' Freedom Weaver. I wasn't aware of these recordings until not that long ago. Shout outs to Mike's Notes and Tones for leaving the YouTube link to the recordings on the Jazz Bums Discord. This was one I listened to it. I listened to it, and I really, really enjoyed it. Now, this again, this is a 4 LP. I did an unboxing. I'm not sure if I'm going to show it, but if I do, I'm going to show it somewhere in this video. So you guys might be seeing that right now. I unboxed the record, and of course, it came with this hype sticker. There we go. First official release. This has been previously released, I believe, on as a CD, but again, unofficially released. But finally, the folks at Resonance released this record, and of course, it comes with a beautiful booklet of interviews by, they interviewed Sonny Rollins and other, very talented jazz musicians. You have Branford Marsalis here, James Carter, Joe Lovano, James Brandon Lewis, and Peter Brotzman. And, the people who were part of this recording, this was Sonny Rollins' trio. You have people like Henry Grimes, who, is the only bassist here, but 3 drums, and those are Pete LaRocca, Joe Harris, and Kenny Clark. And depending on the recording date is when that drummer plays for the Sonny Rollins group. But of course, you have the 4 LP discs. Again, I probably have already shown this in the unboxing, but might as well show it again. And I guess I might as well give a little bit more insight of while I was there. The store owner, John, came later, like most record store owners do. He came later, but did not disappoint. He arrived with donuts for the folks waiting in line, and just very generous of him to do that. The first person there, I believe, waited, April 19th, the day before Record Store Day at 6 p.m., I believe is what he told me, the store owner. But anyways, back to the Sonny Rollins, Freedom Weaver. My first impressions, technically my second impressions, because I fully listened to the box, right? And, but yesterday I listened to the 2 discs through headphones because this was late at night, and I was absolutely mesmerized. This was a fantastic set that was released. So kudos to the people at Resonance, Zeb Feldman, and anyone else who was part of who worked for, to make this happen. I was absolutely just appreciative with with how this turned out. Now, I will say, if you're an audiophile, or if you expect a certain album to sound excellent in terms of fidelity, this is not for you. This will not be for everyone. But if you're a Sonny Rollins, if you appreciate his stuff and what he's had put out, this will be for you. Now I'm going to show you guys some of the records that I have of his that either came out before his European tour, or around the same year, 1959. Which, by the way, the European tour consists of Sweden, Holland, Germany, France, and I believe that's it. Switzerland. I don't know if I already mentioned Switzerland, but yeah, those are the countries that these musicians went to for this and you know the booklet is very, very, very informative. I was just mind blown, I guess. I don't know if that's the word. I was just very, very happy to read what these musicians thought of. They always say Sonny Rollins did his stuff completely different from the rest of these saxophonists of that time period. Play different tunes within a tune, which I thought was interesting. Can't remember who said that, but anyways, starting off with Saint Thomas. I'm not gonna go into all the details of each tune, but I will say when you listen to the first song on this 4 LP set, you'll hear Saint Thomas. Now, Saint Thomas, fidelity wise, does not sound the best, but musically, it's killer. And then right after that, it sounds really, really good. Side A. So there are some sides where it sounds good. Some sound excellent. Some sound good musically, but it could sound, the recording sometimes would sound muddy. Anyways, here are some records that I have of his, and this is why I appreciate Sonny Rollins. Now, these are some records that I picked up during the height of the pandemic, and some during not that long ago. So, starting off with Sonny Rollins, this is Sonny Rollins with the Modern Jazz Quartet. This is a early pressing on Prestige. One of the first ones that I picked up of his. Now, this consists of Sonny Rollins' early material, so early 50s, but this wasn't put out until 1955, I think, or somewhere around that time period. Next one that I have had for a while now, another Prestige, Moving Out, Sonny Rollins. I can't remember when this one was put out, maybe 1956. I could be wrong. This is on that Bergenfield address, but another great sounding one. This is, out of all of them, here's one of him as a sideman. This is 1956 on Mercury. Clifford Brown, Max Roach, Clifford Brown and Max Roach at Bassin Street. This was put out right before the tragic deaths of Clifford Brown and Richie Powell, who died a few months after this record was put out. But Sonny Rollins had replaced Harold Land at the time, and thought those were very interesting thing there. And the reason why I bring this one up is because in the book there's mention of this album, so yeah, just saying that. And here's another one that I recently picked up of Sonny Rollins, Tenor Madness, again, Bergenfield. Iconic record here, Saxophone from Colossus. This is the Analog Productions 33 series, Prestige series that they put out. This is still in stock, I believe, so grab this, sounds excellent. So here's another one, Sonny Rollins, or Rollins Plays for Bird. This is another Prestige title that I've had early on. Another one that Analog Productions, Acoustic Sounds put out in their series. Some Blue Note stuff. This is not an original, but this is a test pressing reissue. Music Matters put this one, Sonny Rollins Volume 1. This is an SRX. I don't have the actual cover, but I have the record. Here is Sonny Rollins Way Out West. Again, this was mentioned in the reading, and I'm not sure. I can't remember if they play a tune from this album could be wrong, but this is a original. I don't have the disc because I'm having it what's it called? I'm having it repaired, so currently just have the jacket. More Sonny Rollins on Blue Note, Sonny Rollins Volume 2. This is the Classic Records pressing. This is Sonny Rollins Nuke Time. This is an original. And last but not least, Sonny Rollins A Night at the Village Vanguard. This is a original, and this is, I believe this was put out 1950 or recorded 1957. This is an interesting one because from what I remember in the reading, P. LaRocca, who plays in a lot of the tunes on this box set, they mention how in the Vanguard recording it's his debut in the recording, so I thought that was really neat. P. LaRocca does play on one tune only, but Elvin Jones is on here as well. And yeah, this one's actually being put out by the what's it called, the Blue Note Tone Poet. So yeah. Anyways, the music on here, killer. The sound, in terms of sound, again, it's not gonna be for everyone. And I'm sure now that Record Store Day is over, the price for this has gone down, I'm sure. But listen to the music. It sounds freaking killer. And you get to hear Sonny Rollins, talk a little before they play, and I think it just sounds fantastic. The ones where I want to say side A and B sound good. Side C sounds okayish, but it's almost up there. Side D, I can't remember if side D is the one that sounds really good. Anyways, the songs on here, Lady Bird, I like that they did for the last tune here, Lady Bird. They meaning the group, they play it and it sort of brings back to St. Thomas, where Sonny Rollins starts to play St. Thomas on the last track, Lady Bird, and sort of reminded me of what someone had said in the reading, where Sonny Rollins tends to play different tunes in a tune. And yeah, I mean, they do tend to play some tunes multiple times on each disc, but I think it's fine. They play I've Told Every Little Star, I think 4 times, and each rendition is just as great as the last one. But what reminded me of this was a couple years ago, Resonance also put out a Sonny Rollins RSD title, Sonny Rollins, Rollins and Holland. This is a triple LP that they put out, I think 2020 or 2021, and this is 1967 in terms of the recording. So what, 8 years later, and of course, Sonny Rollins had grown as a musician and as a person. The story about the bridge, and I mean, I think this is right around the same time he was coming back, probably. But anyways, if you guys have this, it sort of reminds me of how how the the sound, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So there's studios. There's a studio session. I think maybe side or disc one, and then everything else is like um, live audience, and that's what it sort of reminds me of. Like some of the music sounds really good, or not music, but I'm trying to say the way it was recorded and the way it sounds fidelity wise, excellent. And sometimes you'll hear I don't want to say distortion, but it sounds really muddy at times. But I think it's okay for me because I don't mind it. Um, I maybe one day I'll be a Sonny Rollins completist. I don't know, but this is the only one that I picked up, and I see that I'm rambling on here. I've already shown this probably 2079, but yeah, that's all I picked up for Record Store Day 2024. Let me know what you guys picked up for RSD and what you guys think of the Sonny Rollins if you did pick it up. Would be very interested to hear and to read in the comments. But yeah, if you guys stuck this far, thank you guys so much. Truly appreciate it as always. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and don't miss out on my next video that I'm going to put out, which is non-Record Store Day pickups on Record Store Day. So yeah, thanks again. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Take care.